We often find ourselves in this pattern, don't we? Waiting for those grand, big-ticket moments, a dream vacation, that major promotion, a big holiday, to finally feel truly, profoundly happy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like we put happiness on hold.
Exactly. But what if the secret to unlocking more bliss isn't about waiting for those rare, monumental events? What if it's about recognizing, amplifying, and maybe even creating the sparks of joy that are already right here under our noses every single day? Okay, let's unpack this. What if weaving more bliss into your life is actually simpler than you think? Like a series of tiny, intentional choices that become part of your daily rhythm.
That's a perfect way to set the stage. And for anyone listening who wants to quickly grasp some powerful knowledge and, practical insights, this deep dive is definitely designed for that. We've pulled from a whole range of perspectives. You've got wisdom on gratitude, scientific studies on how our minds can actively generate positive emotions, all wrapped up with real-world applications. Our goal today really is to give you actionable tools backed by health, psychology, and well-being research that can genuinely transform your ordinary moments into something, well, extraordinary.
Okay, transforming moments. So when we talk about that, where do you suggest we begin? Is it an external thing, or does it really start inside with our mindset, how we engage with ourselves and the world?
Oh, it absolutely starts within, definitely. The foundation for cultivating joy, for truly unlocking that bliss, it begins with our inner states. And a remarkably powerful starting point is the daily practice of gratitude.
Gratitude, okay.
Yeah, and it's so much more than just a vague, warm feeling. It's an active, conscious acknowledgement of the good things in your life, no matter how small they might seem. Think about it. A simple moment where you deliberately pause. Maybe consider a memory that brings you joy, or what you're grateful for right now. You could even write about a day you're genuinely looking forward to, or pinpoint a place you absolutely love and sort of think about why. Even just focusing on someone you appreciate can instantly shift your perspective. It's quite immediate.
Just hearing those prompts, you can almost feel a lightness, can't you? A subtle positive shift. It feels so accessible.
It does, yeah. And the benefits, well, they go far beyond just a good feeling in the moment. What's fascinating here is how gratitude actually actively rewires your brain. It's not just that you feel grateful. The practice literally shifts your neural pathways. Yeah, to seek out and register more positive experiences. It essentially creates a kind of joy-seeking habit in your brain. Research shows it can lower blood pressure, reduce stress, and even increase optimism, which in turn boosts your immune system.
Wow.
Imagine this. A simple gratitude practice has been shown to reduce stress hormone levels by 23%. That's significant.
23%, just from gratitude.
Exactly. And for anyone struggling with sleep, ending your day by reflecting on what you're grateful for can improve both the quality and duration of your rest. It really highlights the core idea. Starting and ending each day with a positive thought and a grateful heart isn't just a nice saying, it's a powerful, practical technique.
Okay, so building on that internal foundation of gratitude, let's turn to something else. Something many of us, myself included sometimes, tend to overlook. Our own internal dialogue. We're often fantastic at being kind and supportive to others, right? But when it comes to ourselves, well, that's where self-compassion comes in. But how do you even begin to truly believe you deserve happiness when maybe you've spent years being critical of yourself? What's the first step there? It seems hard.
That's a crucial question, really, because self-compassion is fundamentally about being your own best friend, your own supporter. And it's absolutely vital for balancing life's demands and escaping that relentless trap of perfectionism we often fall into. The first step, surprisingly perhaps, is simply acknowledging that it's okay to feel whatever you're feeling, anger, frustration, sadness, without judging yourself for it.
Just allowing it.
Yes. Then it's about actively giving yourself the same grace, the same kindness you'd offer a dear friend. This means things like giving yourself permission to take breaks when you genuinely need them, not just pushing through exhaustion until you collapse.
Right, not seeing rest as weakness.
Exactly. It's acknowledging your efforts, even if the outcomes aren't perfect.
Yeah.
It's using positive self-talk, not as some empty platitude, but as a genuine, supportive, internal voice. Actually saying things to yourself like, good job, you got through that, or you've already tackled these tasks today. Anything extra is just a bonus. Or even, it's understandable you're angry. Anyone would be, given what you've handled. That validation is key. For those managing chronic illness, it can even extend to learning to mentally distance yourself a bit from the physical challenges, trying to foster inner peace despite external discomfort. It's a daily conscious choice, really, to stop that habit of self-criticism and truly internalize that you are worthy of happiness.
That really reframes the entire internal narrative, doesn't it? It's about building yourself up, not constantly tearing yourself down. And once you begin nurturing that self-compassion, you often find yourself more naturally present, which I think leads us beautifully to the practice of mindfulness.
Indeed. Mindfulness is, at its core, the simple yet profound act of paying attention to the present moment, deliberately and without judgment. Scientists have been exploring its power for decades now, and what's fascinating is they've shown just how valuable it is for both mental and physical well-being.
So it's not just about feeling calm.
Not at all. Think of mindfulness as training your brain's attention muscle. Just as physical exercise strengthens your body, mindful practice strengthens your ability to focus, manage stress. It can even help fend off cognitive decline by fostering new neural connections. It's not just a trend, it's a proven intervention. It can be as effective as medication in easing anxiety, incredibly helpful for managing depression, stress, even chronic pain.
That's quite a list of benefits.
It really is. The benefits are widespread. It boosts immune function, meaning potentially fewer sick days. It sharpens your focus, reduces distractions. It also promotes healthier blood pressure and heart function, and significantly improves overall mood and sleep quality. It's about being fully engaged in your life, moment by moment.
Okay, so we've laid the groundwork internally with gratitude, self-compassion, and mindfulness. Powerful stuff. Now, how do we take these mindsets and truly activate them in our everyday lives? What are the practical steps for actively sculpting joy? This is where it gets really interesting, I think. And it brings us to a concept you mentioned earlier, the bliss list. Tell us about that.
Ah, yes, the bliss list. It's inspired by Joseph Campbell's wonderful quote, "Follow your bliss, and the universe will open doors where there were only walls." And it's a concept that, once you grasp it, makes perfect sense. A bliss list is simply a collection, your personal collection of people, places, activities, things, smells, sounds, anything really, that makes you feel truly, completely happy and content.
Content, that's a good word for it.
Exactly. These are those moments you just want to savor, to stop time and simply be there. It's that feeling you get when you see a beautiful sunrise, maybe, or the warm, fuzzy feeling of a cat purring on your lap. Pure contentment.
So how is a bliss list different from, say, a self-care list? So I think a lot of us might mix those up. They sound similar.
Yeah, that's a great question, and it's a crucial distinction to make. While there can certainly be overlap, some things might be on both lists, a bliss list goes deeper than self-care. Self-care is more about taking actions to preserve your health, like exercising, even if you don't particularly enjoy it in the moment, or, going to the dentist. Necessary, but maybe not blissful.
Right. Flossing isn't usually blissful.
Probably not for most. Bliss, on the other hand, is a specific feeling of peace and contentment, a moment where you're not conflicted, not pushing yourself, just purely enjoying. For example, hiking might be great self-care because it's good exercise, but if you really dislike sweating or battling bugs, it's not truly blissful for you. The key question for a bliss list is, what makes me do one of those deep, happy sighs? You know that feeling.
Oh, I know exactly that feeling. The deep, happy sigh test. That's such a vivid image. Okay, so how do we actually create one of these lists?
It's surprisingly simple and actually a very joyful exercise in itself. First step, grab your writing materials, pen and paper work great, or even just your phone's notes app, whatever's easy. Second, just brainstorm. Let your mind wander freely and jot down anything that comes to mind that makes you happy. Don't censor yourself at this stage.
Anything at all.
Anything. Think about categories, maybe. People, places, activities, specific items, smells, foods, sounds. Then for the third step, you narrow it down. This is where you get super honest with yourself. Does it truly make you feel blissful? Apply that deep, happy sigh test.
Be ruthless.
Well, maybe not ruthless, but honest. Finally, keep your list handy. Put it somewhere you'll see it. We often forget the simple things that bring us joy, especially when we're busy or stressed. This list serves as a constant reminder of all those often obscure, everyday sources of happiness, prompting you to seek them out more often.
That's brilliant. And just to give everyone a taste of how diverse and personal these lists can be, I actually jotted down a few fun examples from someone's real list earlier. Things like the smell of fresh coffee in the morning, laying in bed on a Sunday morning just soaking it in, seeing those incredible cotton candy skies at sunset,
Yes.
cuddles with a cat, or even when your cat meows back at you like they're having a real conversation. Listening to a new favorite song on repeat until you drive everyone else crazy, feeling sunshine on your skin. A yummy Starbucks coffee, Very specific.
Sure, why not?
And of course, comfort foods like mac and cheese, or that feeling of getting into fresh sheets after a really long day. See? Simple, everyday things.
Exactly. Those tiny, often overlooked moments, they're actually the most abundant source of joy, aren't they, if we just notice them? And speaking of simple daily moments, let's talk about the profound impact of the natural world on our well-being. Connecting with nature really can be your outdoor sanctuary.
I know research strongly supports this, but for many of us, especially if you live in a bustling city, it can feel a bit daunting. Do you really need to go climb a mountain or find a remote forest to feel the benefit? Is it accessible?
Not at all. While climbing a mountain can be wonderful, absolutely, research confirms nature's powerful role in protecting mental health, reducing stress, lifting your mood, and you absolutely don't need a grand adventure. You can start by finding nature wherever you are, even in cities. Look for community gardens, maybe a small courtyard, or simply notice an urban fox, the subtle changes in the weather, or the birdsong outside your window.
Just paying attention.
Precisely. The key is to connect with all your senses. Take some quiet time to truly notice the birdsong. Look for bees and butterflies, or simply observe the movement of clouds. It sounds simple, but it's powerful. If you can, yes, get out into green spaces like parks or forests, or blue spaces like beaches and rivers. And if it feels daunting to go alone, invite a friend. Make it social.
That's a good idea.
You can also bring nature to you. Have houseplants, maybe some pots of herbs on the windowsill, or grow flowers or vegetables if you have a garden or balcony, or connect through nature stories, art, sound recordings, even nature documentaries count.
Oh, interesting.
And if you're physically able, exercise outdoors. A walk, run, or cycle outside can significantly reduce feelings of anger, tiredness, and sadness compared to doing it indoors. You can even combine nature with creativity like dance, music, or art outdoors. Take photos, write, draw, paint landscapes or animals. That deepens your connection. And finally, even just protecting nature. Simple actions like recycling or choosing to walk instead of drive can make you feel positive. You feel like you're doing your part.
That's a beautiful spectrum of ways to invite nature into your life, isn't it? Regardless of where you are. And it leads us perfectly into our final active strategy for joy, savoring the moment. This sounds related to mindfulness, but maybe a bit different. It's about truly appreciating positive experiences, even surprisingly when things are a bit stressful.
That's right. Savoring is essentially about consciously choosing to feel good. It's an emotion regulation process where you actively generate, maintain, or enhance positive emotions through mindful appreciation. Think of it as a powerful mental tool, a kind of positive psychological intervention that significantly boosts your quality of life. Okay. Savoring can actually involve 3 dimensions. There's reminiscing, where you reflect on past positive experiences. There's anticipating, where you contemplate positive experiences yet to come. And most importantly for our discussion today, there's savoring the moment, which means mindfully attending to positive experiences right now as they happen.
Right here, right now.
Exactly. And what's truly fascinating here is a study that explored how savoring can increase positive emotions even after experiencing what they called a social evaluative hassle, basically. A stressful situation like public speaking or a difficult meeting.
Okay, so after something stressful happens.
Yes. The key finding was that the savoring the moment intervention, focusing on something positive right then, significantly increased positive emotions compared to other types of savoring or just doing nothing.
Wow. So the incredible implication here is that savoring isn't just for those idyllic, perfect moments when everything is going right. It's a powerful tool you can use even when you're navigating daily stresses or minor challenges. That's genuinely impactful. That feels very practical.
Exactly right. It means that even amidst daily hassles, positive stimuli still exist in your environment. Maybe it's just the warmth of your coffee cup or a nice interaction or the sunlight. Present focus savoring helps you identify and intentionally focus on those positive elements, however small. It's a brief, really easy to implement strategy that can immediately boost positive emotions precisely when you need it most. It truly is about finding the little blessings, you could say, amidst your daily challenges, rather than waiting for ideal circumstances.
So we've gone on quite a journey today, haven't we? It feels like we've covered a lot of ground. From the quiet foundational power of gratitude and self-compassion to the tangible creation of a personal bliss list. Then finding the soothing embrace of nature, and finally, discovering the surprising resilience found in savoring the present moment, even when life gets a bit messy. The truth seems to be, unlocking more bliss isn't some complex puzzle you need to solve. It's about consistently weaving these simple, joyful threads into the tapestry of your daily life.
That sums it up perfectly. The core lesson from this deep dive, I think, is that genuine joy and contentment are not these elusive goals that are somehow out of reach. Instead, they are internal resources that you can actively cultivate by integrating daily gratitude, practicing self-compassion, embracing mindfulness, intentionally seeking out and listing your moments of bliss, connecting with nature, and mastering the art of present moment savoring. You build a more robust capacity for happiness and resilience. You really can transform your daily life one blissful moment at a time.
So the question for everyone listening then is, what small, blissful moment will you intentionally seek or create today? And maybe more importantly, how will you truly savor it?
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into unlocking more bliss. Keep exploring, keep savoring, and we'll connect again soon for another deep dive.